For today's cup of coffee, we have another encounter of Yates's cousin Anne, as told to us by Yates. And Yates writes, "This is the last of Anne's encounters known to me, and was again told to me by my mother. Anne was around 11 years old at the time. Anne was going to the chip shop, which overlooks the Rothwell church, where she witnessed the medieval time rift mentioned on a previous video. On approaching the shop door, she saw a spaceship, her words, flying low over the church roof very slowly. She saw small faces looking at her through a wide, narrow window. Anne stated that suddenly the craft stopped and shot up high in the air before slowly moving toward her, then landing behind the chip shop. She ran home to tell her parents. At school the next day, she told her classmates what she had seen. The story eventually got to her teacher, who had her stand before the whole class and ridiculed her. 2 days later, there was a reported sighting of a bright object hovering over the Rothwell area before descending. This sighting came from a person in Kettering, which is 4 miles from Rothwell. The time of the sightings was early evening, coinciding with Anne's sighting. I don't think Anne was aware of UFOs at that age, and certainly not in the late 1950s. I do believe that this stupid act by her teacher may have put her in a state of keeping silent for a few years at least. I have looked up UFO activity over Rothwell, and there have been so many sightings, it's mind-blowing." Thank you, Yates, and thanks to Anne. And I very much agree with you about the inexcusable behavior by the teacher. Did anyone go to her with the other person's sighting, which would have validated Anne's account? And even if the teacher heard of the other sightings, it's doubtful she would have had the courage to apologize to Anne in front of the class, which she very much should have done. And the true character of a person can be revealed by what they do when they find out they've made a mistake. And there's always been UFO hot spots. I think it's interesting that Rothwell, and it's like Roswell. I don't know. Maybe it's just connection in my mind, but it sounds very similar. Apparently that's one of them. And sightings all over the world seemed to have been increasing, in frequency and stuff. And it's a lot easier to share encounters and observations today with the technology that we have. It would have been wonderful had Anne had a smartphone that she could have videoed the craft and just uploaded it to whatever, TikTok. And what's the teacher going to say at that point? And most of us have an inner knowing that something that is world changing is going to be arriving very soon. And the question's going to be, what will it be? How is it going to manifest? And just how quickly is all this going to take to be revealed? And it's just day by day, folks. It just gets crazier every single day. And I'm going to quote L.A. Marzulli on this: rebuke first and ask questions later. If it's a non-human something, no, it's like, no, the Lord rebuke you, and I'm going to go the opposite direction. And so if you've had an experience with paranormal or supernatural, UFO alien encounters, cryptid sightings, experiences with alternate dimensions or realities, or any other phenomena that you would like to share, send me an email at cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. Thank you again, Yates, and thanks to Anne. And you all have a beautiful, blessed day.